Boom! I am supposedly live. So I can't see how many people are watching. Let's see if I can get this figured out. I'm going to set up my phone on the live stream side, on YouTube side. Boom! It says one person's watching. All right. Did I make a banner? Hey, I can make a banner. Okay. That's all right, Laugh. Just doing a little live stream right now. Yeah, long time no see, Laugh. It's good to see you. I'm going to be talking about Gar today. So, there are 7 species of Gar world round. Let's see, I'm going to share my screen. Figure this out. Window? No, that's not it. Chrome tab. All of these are the same. Okay. I think that one's the Alligator Gar. I've been everywhere, Laugh. Let's see. Yes, so y'all can see. So the Alligator Gar is very common in Louisiana, Texas. There's some in Florida. Nice Laugh. That is good to hear. I'll try and be there on the next one. So the all-tackle world record for the Alligator Gar was in the Rio Grande River in Texas. It was 126. Ugh. It was 126 kilograms, which is 279 pounds. These things get huge. It has been a very long time since I've gotten to catch one. I don't see a length record for them right now. I'm not sure if there are gar in Colorado. I can look that up, though. So let's see. The fly tackle world record for any tippet class is 83 pounds. That is a pretty good sized gar. It's on 2016 in the Trinity River. As you're seeing, a lot of the gar here are generally from Texas. Texas has a very healthy population of alligator gar, and particularly large alligator gar. There are some from Louisiana mixed in, which isn't surprising because they have plenty of them in Louisiana as well. Let's see. As you can see all through here, Texas dominates alligator gar population wise. I'm hoping to have some content coming out relatively soon where I catch some of these, but it's no guarantee. I've gone 5 times now with no success at all. All right, so we're going to stop sharing the Alligator Gar tab. We're going to come over here. I'm going to share. Next species of gar, which is the spotted gar. Oh, I just got rid of long nose. Oh well. So spotted gar are significantly more common. They are in the El Paso area. They're in the Trinity River. They're in the Rio Grande River. It just depends on where at you are. I'm not entirely sure their range in the El Paso area, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a number up there. So spotted gar. This is the fish that is actually on the thumbnail for this video. There was a spotted gar I had caught on the fly rod. I'm hoping to go and do more fishing for these on the fly rod too. Specifically these. These guys are significantly smaller than the alligator gar, their larger cousin. The all tackle world record for one is 9 pounds and 12 ounces, also in Texas. And Lake Mexia, I probably said that wrong. They don't have any fly records, it seems here. So that is something I guess someone could do, is go set some line class records. Nice. I do not do very good catching catfish here. All right, so that was the spotted gar. Let's see. We are going to do short nose gar. Short nose gar are not. I'm not sure if there's none in Texas. There might be some up towards the very top of Texas. I have never caught a short nose gar. So short nose gar are also relatively small. The all tackle world record is 8 pounds and 3 ounces. This one's from Missouri, which is pretty cool. October 2010. All tackle length world record is 82 centimeters. There is no fly world record yet logged for the short nose gar. Maybe this summer I'll be able to. I'll be in their range, I know that. It can be found in northern Alabama to Oklahoma and down through Louisiana to the Gulf. In the north, a broad range in the river systems that feed the Mississippi and the southern Ohio. Let's see. To Montana, because the short nose occurs in so many of the same areas, has the alligator gar, the spotted gar, and the long-nosed gar. Identifying it involves a process of elimination. It isn't unique. It isn't what it is unique for, but rather what the other species have that sets them apart. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. So we're going to share to the next one, which will be the Florida gar. These guys get a little bit larger, 10 pounds. Not too bad. These guys are mostly in Florida. It says here they occur through part of southern Georgia to the Savannah River drainage. I'm not even going to try and say the name of that river. All right, nice. So long-nosed gar, perfect. This is the species that I accidentally clicked off of, although this isn't their record page. So the current all tackle world record is 50 pounds for the long-nosed gar. The long-nosed gar, if I'm correct, is the second largest species of gar in the United States. Their eggs are poisonous, which is a really cool trait of gar. The noses are very long. Let's see. I will stop sharing my screen and I'm going to find some pictures of different gar. Alright, so now if I share my screen, so this is just Google search of alligator gar. A Canadian fish and musician. I am just going through talking about gar, is a species that I hold near and dear to my heart. Gar, my favorite fish by far. Thanks, Laugh. I do plan on doing more of these. I don't know when. Time's going to start becoming short before too terribly long. Let's see. So this one is one that wasn't too terribly old that did happen. So this right here is a YouTuber named Wildlife. He fishes the Texas Houston area, and he caught a gar that is estimated to be 300 pounds. This would be the world record alligator gar if he had kept it. This guy released this fish, which is an amazing thing to do. I'm not sure what its length was, but I know it was really long. It was probably close to 8 feet long. They get big. Here's a picture of one. That's not a 300-pound alligator gar, I don't think. But as you can see, they are massive creatures. Here's another picture of one. Here's a good shot of one's head. So as you can see here, they have this pretty standard snout all through their entire lives, where it's super wide. It's got these two marks coming down, which are actually separations in the bone. Their entire head is bone. So that's what makes them so hard to use to catch. A lot of people like to use very large hooks for alligator gar, and you don't need them, one, and then two, because gar is so bony mouthed, people like to let gar swallow the baits almost completely. And the issue with using really large hooks when the fish swallows the bait is, one, you can't get it out, and then two, there's a chance, depending on where you hook it, you can pop their air bladder, which allows them to rise and fall in the water column, which is about the worst death you can possibly imagine for a fish. It pops the air bladder, sometimes, depending on how it's cooked. Sometimes it's completely fine, other times it's not. If it pops the air bladder, this fish will go straight down to the bottom and swim off perfectly fine, like nothing's wrong. But in reality, the air bladder is popped, so it cannot rise back up off the bottom. So it is sitting that close, if not completely on the bottom, dragging. Now, it makes it extremely difficult for the fish to hunt, and especially these larger fish that can't exactly hide, because gar are they're kind of like flatheads. How they'll sit in cover and sit there and wait for something and then attack it like that. They'll end up dying of starvation, basically. It's a terrible way to die, and catching some of these fish that are 100 pounds, 30, 40 years old, you don't want to kill them. There's a guy on YouTube I watch, trying to remember his channel name. Is it Catching Dinosaurs? I think it is Catching Dinosaurs.
Stop overpaying for sunglasses.
Stop. Yes. Catching Dinosaurs is a guy on YouTube who's an alligator gar guy, and he has it right. He is a very big alligator gar fisherman. He catches lots of these monster alligator gar, and he's got a tutorial that I like quite a lot. If I can find it, I will show y'all video proof that you do not need these giant hooks to catch alligator gar. He shows it amazingly. Let's see if I can't find it. It's a 40-minute video, so I'm not going to sit here and watch through it all. Is this where it starts? I don't want to play too much of this guy's video. Definitely post it in the chat for y'all to go watch, though. So, let's see. All right, so we're going to go back about 5 seconds. I'm going to increase my volume on my laptop. So hopefully y'all could hear it. I'm going to share my screen. Yes. Maybe y'all can see me. Maybe y'all can't. Hopefully my head is off to the side. And
you want to go. It'll be a little easier if you open up both sides. We're going to take our 1/0 hook. We're going to grab one side, and we're going to grab the other side.
So this is showing how he hooks the bait on these little hooks.
Go underneath. Spin it back the other way a couple times. Go back underneath. And I'm going to do it one more time if I can. Again, this is how I'm going to be rigging up both of my baits. If you wanted to, you could just put this hook straight into the bait. The reason why I didn't is because this is going to hold better. This gives my hook more room to play, just like using a circle hook for billfish and bridling it would do offshore. This is going to give you the best hookup ratio, period, of any hook possible for alligator gar. At least for me, I've caught literally thousands like this on this exact same hook. It works absolutely great. One thing I will warn you about is be careful how far the hook is from the fish. If you have it flying way out here, like an inch or further, you will get gill bleeding more often.
All right, so we're going to pause it. We're going to skip. All right, so here's him casting out his bait.
All right, before I throw this bait, I'm going to wash it off, get all that stuff off, and then I'm going to make sure that it sinks. That's going to go ahead and sink all the way to the bottom. The reason why you want to do that is you want the bait on bottom, and it totally can float, especially if you didn't have enough ice and there's gases trapped inside it. So I'm going to throw that out. Doesn't need to be far. I'm going to click the bait runner on my reel. I'm going to put this at the front of my kayak somewhere.
All right, so that's just showing it casting.
All right, same deal with this one. Wash it off. Make sure.
Is it there? Maybe.
There goes the reel. The Shimano bait runner 12,000D.
There it is.
They can
So
pull
here,
so
he's gotten a bite.
and it will just pull line very, very smoothly. I saw that fish. She came up on top of the float and she exhaled air. The reason why she did that is because she was letting out air out of her air bladder so she could go down and actually grab the bait. So, from what I saw, she looked to be about 6 foot, perfect size, perfect fish for this. Coming up to my float quietly. I don't want to make too much noise, otherwise I could scare this fish. Just take off, make this harder for me to do. Alright guys, here we go. Wish me luck.
There's the float right there.
Reel all the way to the float. It's hard to upset. One more time. I think I got her. Okay. That was a little goofy, but we're into a big fish.
This
I
fight
turned
lasts
down my
for a
drags.
while. So we're going to skip to where he has it more.
Definitely can't do that.
Here's the fish comes up.
Here she is. That's about 5.5 foot. That's a good fish. She's not a giant. She's not a monster, but I can see the hook. Perfect. Look at that, guys.
So
Look at
here
where she's hooked.
you can
My
see
tiny
it
little hook right there in the corner of her mouth. That's a really good fish. She might jump.
land it. Skip to where you
On all the way up to the front. You're going to come down.
Today, we're going to be unboxing these headphones that I bought online. See, the thing is...
skip it.
Right. Over your fish's face, past the pectorals, and then you're gonna pull on it. Okay. Word. Okay, not at me, big girl. Not at me, please. Okay.
So these gar can jump. Just keep that in mind. They do jump.
All right.
Here you can
see
see
that hook right there.
right
I actually
inside.
didn't need a roper, but this is how you're gonna control your fish whenever you want to. I'm just gonna actually pop this hook out, and I'm gonna let this one go, and we're gonna see if we can get another one real quick. Little hook. Really can't do any better than that.
All right, there he pops it out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back. There was an echo? That's not good. I don't have any other tabs open. Well, hopefully y'all saw there that's proof. He does it twice in that video, but I don't want to overplay his video too much. He catches a lot of big fish just like that. That's just proof there that you don't need those giant hooks. You don't need to puncture the swim bladder of these giant fish. It's just best for the fish. And I think that honestly makes it a little bit more fun using those smaller hooks for gar. I think it makes it more enjoyable knowing that you're not hurting the fish. So here it is in the chat, the YouTube video. That is, if you would like to go back and watch it. And so that's true for all species of gar. You do not need giant hooks, treble hooks to catch these fish. You just simply don't. You do need heavy gear. You absolutely need heavy gear. And making sure you have good hooks is a very good way to go about it, because you don't want to hook up on a big fish and have a hook bend out. I do like barbless for fly fishing too. Laugh. I'll admit I don't use it as much because I typically tend to lose fish because I'm not great at fly fishing yet. But I'm getting there. I'm trying. I'm learning. And this summer, I'm planning to do a lot with it. So I'll have to try more. I've definitely used barbless and it's worked for me. Yep. Yep. That's spot on, Rocco. So let's see. Talked about long nose, talked about short nose, talked about alligator, talked about Florida gar. Long nose, short nose, alligator, Florida. And we talked about spotted. So there's another species of gar. Well, it's not its own species, but it is a very cool thing. So I'm about to share my screen. This image is perfect showing it. Yep, Rocco. What do you normally fish for on the fly? Because typically when I fish for stuff on the fly, I'm fishing for stuff that, so like I fish for gar on the fly rod sometimes. I fish for redfish and stuff like that quite a lot. All right, so we're going to share my screen here. Hopefully it'll go over. So on the left here is an alligator gar. You know, as you can see, wide, broad head, thick body, very thick, short stump snout. On the far right is a long-nosed gar. As you can see, long, skinny, rounded tip, kind of even widens out a little bit towards the base. A little bit slenderer body. And in the center is what some people call a crocodile gar. This gar right here is a hybrid between the two on the sides of it. So as you can see, it has that longer, narrower snout, but as you can see on the alligator, it has the divots in the bones, plus its head is thicker. It has more bone than the long nose on its right. They're very rare. It's a very unique thing to see. You don't see it very often. You don't catch them very often. And they're definitely really cool. Let's see if I can find some better pictures of some hybrid gar. Not really seeing many. This one here, I think, is a hybrid, but might just be a well undernourished one. That's not it. This one, I think, is. This one's by Catching Dinosaurs. Yeah, so I've watched this video, and this isn't a great shot, but this is as well as a hybrid. Yeah, Rocco, I use a 5-weight for my lighter side of fly fishing, so I'm a little not needing of exactly being careful catching little sunfish and stuff. Plus, to me, it's not all that big of a deal if they get off. Here's another picture from another angle of a long nose hybrid and an alligator gar side by side. Very cool fish. So let's see. We've talked about all the main species of gar in the United States. There's 2 other species of gar, if I'm correct. It's the tropical gar and the Cuban gar, which makes a total of 7 species of gar worldwide. They're only in the Americas, so there's the Cuban gar and the tropical gar in South America and Central America. And then there's the 5 we have in the United States: short nose, long nose, alligator, spotted, and Florida gar. Really cool species of fish, really cool family. I love gar. I think there's some things people do that I don't like to gar. Like, I don't like where people throw them up on the rocks just to kill them. I don't like that people bow fish for them, but if you're going to use the gar, whether it be for food purposes, maybe you're using it as garden fertilizer, I don't necessarily still like it, but I can understand it, especially if it's for food. You know, it is what it is. I don't like that people kill gar and just leave them to die. Just the way it is, it's just killing to kill at that point. All right, Rocco, I have one 5-weight that's a 9-foot that I had to clip off the tip because I broke it. So it's probably like an 8-foot, probably 9. And then I have a 9-weight that I use for my saltwater fly fishing. I don't think I have either of them right here with me, but I use my 9-weight for saltwater. So that's gar. Let's see, I don't know. Here's some flies. So, Gar on fly rods specifically. I do have a box of flies with me. It's not exactly my Gar box, but it does have some flies that'll work. And it just kind of depends on the size of the Gar. So this fly right here is a little streamer pattern. Just some feathers tied on to a little hook. This is a size 6 egg hook with purple thread. This will work for spotted Gar. I've caught not significant numbers, but I've caught 7 or 8 on stuff like this. And another one that works really good is this, which is kind of like, I guess, a midge that you would use for trout. This is on a size 6 egg hook, the same thing I tie my hornets on. I haven't tested my hornets for Gar, but I'm sure they would work. This in black typically works really well. Black and purple tend to work really well as long as the body's well built up. For Gar, they will chase it down. You want to land a cast real close to them, but they will chase it down from 7, 8, 9, 10 feet away without much of a problem. As long as they see it, they're in the mood to try and eat something. And they hold on to them real well. Plus, with the smaller hook, it's a lot easier to hook them. So that's Gar. Anyone got any questions? I really enjoy fishing for Gar, so I don't get to do it as much as I'd like. I'm not successful at it as I'd like, but I can fill you in on what I know and some things I want to test. All right, well, that was my special about Gar. Maybe later today I will do either another species of fish, or I can do, I don't know, maybe I'll do like a live stream on playing a game or something just to keep me occupied for a while. Summer's gotten boring out of school, I'm not doing much, so this is something to do. Might help get my watch hours up a little bit, or might bring in some new channel viewers. So. If no one gives any suggestions of any fish species here in the next, call it 45, and at 2:45 my time, so that's like 13, no, not 13, like 7, 8 minutes. I'll probably just pick from a hat or something, some species. I knew specifically this time I wanted to Gar, or maybe I'll do a, what should I call it, a gaming stream, I guess, or something, where I sit down and play Pokemon or something, an emulator on the laptop. Yeah, if you have any suggestions that you want me to do, I am definitely in for it. I will definitely do some research, and I'll be better prepared for that than I was for this one. Because this one I kind of threw together. I tried through the YouTube side of things. Didn't work, couldn't share my screen, so I went ahead and came over to StreamYard Then apparently on the YouTube side, it said I had scheduled a live stream and I was like 10 minutes late. So, yeah. Anyone got any suggestions? I will do anything, even if it's not something I fish for, even if it's not something I'm aware of. It doesn't even have to be in the United States. I'll do anything worldwide, fish species wise. It's always very interesting getting to learn about things foreign to me, or just things that I'm not quite comfortable with. Something new. For sure, if y'all have any suggestions, I will take them. It's summer, but I might as well learn something in my time. No problem, Laugh. Actually, here, I can look up and see if there is gar in Colorado. I can look at y'all's state records. Let's see. Y'all have Arctic Char. That's really cool. Yep, Rocco, you are right. Y'all do not have gar, it appears. At least not in y'all state records. Though y'all do have some really cool species that I have never heard of. I didn't know gar were protected in Colorado. I would say that gar are not at all similar to pike or muskie, but they might be the closest thing you'll have. Oh, the Arctic char is protected. Okay, well, y'all have a state record for it. I don't know how big they get, but it's 4.15 pounds. It doesn't tell me the date, so it might be old or something. That's really cool. Y'all definitely have a really cool variety of fish. Snake River cutthroat, splake. Okay. Sacramento perch. That's cool. Grayling, Chinook salmon, American eel. Y'all definitely have some really cool fish in Colorado. And thanks to you, Rocco, now I have an idea where I can go through state records and see some different fish species that I never knew about that could be things I can do for one of these. I guess it's kind of like Sunfish King's multi-species weekly. Eastern side has a lot of warm water species, and the west is mostly trout. That doesn't surprise me, because isn't like the kind of the corner and upside of Colorado that touches Oklahoma and Kansas, mostly desert. Yeah, in Texas we don't. So in Texas we have weight records, and so we have weight classes that you can get a state record for, and then you have fly records that are specifically for fly fishermen. And there's definitely a few I want to try and hit up once I get some more money to register. And maybe start to make a name for myself. Probably not, but I think it would be really cool to hold a few records. Up near the Rockies. Huh. I've always wanted to go trout fish Colorado. I've never caught a brown trout. The only species of trout that I've ever caught are the rainbow trout from Roaring River last year. And obviously I've caught the speckled trout that are a species of the drum family. The golden/palomino is one that I still got to catch. Tiger trout, by far my favorite. Huh. I really want to catch brown trout. Brown trout is definitely a bucket list fish. The palomino trout, I don't know if you can actually catch wild palomino trouts. I think they're all stocked, which kind of lowers it for me. You know what? There it is. We'll do the golden/palomino trout for the next one that I will either do tomorrow or today. So there we go. Let me write that down somewhere before I forget it. There's a pencil on the floor. A piece of paper here. So now we have the next fish species. All right. That's good. Making plans. Let's see. While I'm here, I think I have something. Maybe not. Maybe. What was it? I got this Fishing with Modog sticker that came in. The Sunfish King holographic sticker. It's pretty cool. Signed by Sunfish King. I didn't make a video for either of those, so I'm just trying to knock them out the way. I got a Sharina's Keeping It Real sticker. Tiger is a cross between Brook and Browns, and we have Palomino in the Arkansas River out west. That's cool. I'd really like to catch more species of trout. Let's see. I don't know if I can pull it up on here and show y'all. I keep a species list each year on an Excel sheet of all the species of fish I catch. I think last year I included some, no, not calm. Why is it trying to make me, last year I think I included some crustaceans and an invertebrate because I actually caught a species of squid. I don't have a picture of it. I was wade fishing in the bay. I'm doing the live stream. So that was a really cool species. Crossbreed fish would be cool, like the tiger. It's a cross between pike and muskie. But if we're I think it's just called a tiger muskie. There's a complete chance I'm wrong. All right. So let's share the screen. 2021. So this is last year's. Oh, my face might be in the way. I can't tell, actually. No, it should be fine. Let's go over here. That ain't. Maybe that fixed it. I think it did. Looking at the StreamYard side, I think that y'all should be able to read that. So I caught a total number of fish of 324 individual fish last year, rough estimate. And then by the end of the year, I managed to catch 35 species of fish. But there are some things that you could count out. Like I caught the Atlantic brief squid, which is a species of squid I had mentioned. And then I think I caught the prairie digger crawfish. I caught 2 of them. I wish I had pictures still. I made a little makeshift rod out of a stick and a little hook and a piece of shrimp. And I pulled them out of their crawfish holes when it was wetter one day. And so 35 35 species of fish. Did pretty good in most of the categories. So we're going to stop sharing that screen and we're going to share this year's current species list. Currently do not have access to saltwater. Why is the total number of fish? And I'll fix that later. Currently, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 species of fish. Just call it 40 something. It looks like would probably be close to what it adds up to. Individuals. You can really get in the Red Ear area this year. I found a place that's full of them. So that's good. Doing pretty good considering I don't have access to salt water. The Atlantic croaker, spot, and pinfish were all just random luck in a bio. So that's, doing okay. Hoping to do some more things this year. Some more species, try and catch them, try and get them on the board. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. And then maybe later today or another day, I will do the Palomino trout. Thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.